Hi everyone. So my name's Abbie Johnson. I'm a digital PR and content marketing consultant from North. We're a Newcastle-based agency, so apologies if my accent gets carried away. I couldn't add subtitles to the slides. So today I'm going to be going through how to keep SEO at the heart of your reactive strategy. So the talk's what it says on the tin. We're going to go through what reactive PR is and the role that it plays not only within your digital PR strategy, but within your wider SEO strategy too. We'll be looking at tips on how to make sure that we're keeping SEO at the heart of everything that we do within that strategy. And what I'll do is I'll apply that to a couple of examples so that we can see how easy it is to fall at the hurdle of a really good, interesting PR idea and how to actually keep SEO at the center of it. So, reactive PR. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the room that know what this is and do it on a daily basis. So I would say it's a bit of a wild card of digital PR. When done properly, it can be a driving force for your organic performance, but it can be so easy to lean into the traditional PR aspects of it. You are newsjacking, you're keeping track of the news agenda, you're looking at upcoming trends that on the, shall I use this word? Upcoming trends that are relevant to your brand, and you're looking at new data as well. So what we do is we react to that to build high quality backlinks for your brand and your clients. Your reactive PR strategy should work in tandem with your overarching SEO strategy, and there are 3 key ways that it should do this. So firstly, your objectives. So like any tactic of your SEO strategy, that should be striving for your overarching objectives, whether that's your PR objectives, your organic metrics, your referral traffic, or your direct traffic. That should be at the heart of everything that you do. Helpful content. So whilst it might not be your big hero campaigns, your reactive PR should be creating content that's as helpful and useful to your users as your hero campaigns, and it should be purposeful. You shouldn't be just joining conversations in the news agenda for the sake of it. It should be helpful and useful. And finally, reporting. So whatever metrics are important to you, your brand, or your client, they should be important within your reactive PR strategy as well. And all of this should add value for your target audience. And it's just another way to ensure that your SEO strategy is tailored to your target audience. But there are a few ways that your reactive PR strategy adds new things to your SEO strategy. So firstly, speed, the clue's in the name. You're reactive. I would say that reactive PR is a race against your competitors for relevancy. You're not racing against the whole world. You're not trying to join every conversation. You're trying to join the relevant ones and get there quickly. Budget. It should be a lower cost tactic. You're working with things that already exist. Your hook already exists because that's the thing that you're reacting with. And you should be leaning into existing data, existing internal commentary, and existing content where you can. So it shouldn't be requiring big third-party costs. And finally, creativity. Your team have to get clever, and they have to get clever quickly. So you're going to encourage thinking outside of the box, creative thinking, and it'll be a new form of creativity that maybe is the main ideation shouldn't. This one. Yeah. Pardon, sorry. There, brilliant, thank you. And you should be encouraging new types of creativity that maybe your main campaigns don't. And again, this adds more value to your target audience. So how do you ensure that SEO is consolidated within your reactive PR strategy? So there are 3 questions that I would say that if you can say yes to each of these, you not only have a really great PR idea, you have an SEO-centric one. So is it relevant to your target audience? Secondly, is it a topic that the brand has authority to discuss? And thirdly, is it an original angle? So if you can say yes to each of these, you've got an SEO-centric reactive idea, not just a really good one. So we'll delve a bit further into each of those. So is it relevant to the target audience? Is it a topic that they're interested in? Is it something that they'll be invested in? And is it going to land in publications that they not only already read, but that they would be enticed to read if not? And is it supported by what they're searching for on Google? Is there data to back up that this is relevant to your target audience? Whether this is Google search data, TikTok trend data, have you got numbers to back up that it's relevant to them? Is it a topic the brand has authority to discuss? So will it drive your topical authority? Is it going to help drive performance for relevant keywords that make sense for your brand? And is there existing content that's relative already existing on their site? If so, then not only have you got the confidence that this is a topic they've discussed before, there's also already a relationship established between the brand and Google on this topic. So anything that you do will just drive that a bit further. And then is it an original angle? So this is your PRness. Is it an interesting angle? Is it actually a topic worth giving any energy to? Are you adding something valuable? And is it a useful angle for entertainment, education, and is it going to evoke emotion in your audience? So what we'll do is I'm going to apply these 3 questions to 2 examples to show how fine the line is between a really great PR idea and getting the coverage from your reactive PR to an SEO-centric one that not only does that, but also drives your long-term strategy too. So this was an example that I'm sure a lot of us are aware of in this room. It caused a lot of conversations in our industry, and it got some really great coverage. So an online casino brand analysed NHS data of pollen to show where the hay fever hotspots were across the UK for the summer. It was a really great piece of PR. It got links in titles that anyone in this room would be proud of, and it got link numbers that, again, we'd be buzzing if we got. So it was really great. But let's apply the 3 questions to see if actually it was SEO-centric as well as being a really great piece of PR. So was it relevant to the target audience? For all intents and purposes, let's say yes. So there will be hay fever sufferers that use the online casino. There will be people who play sport outside and want to know where those hotspots are. So let's say yes this time around. Is it an original angle? Yes. So they beat a lot of people to the mark. This was really new data, and they were able to analyze it quickly, add expert comment, add value, and make it PRable so that it got the coverage across some really great titles. But is it a topic that the brand has authority to discuss? I would say that this is where it has its downfall from a really great PR idea to an SEO-centric one. So whilst they got the really great coverage, it doesn't make sense for users to see this brand talking about this topic, and this loses trust between the brand and Google, the brand and the user. So although it was a really great PR idea, a really great PR campaign, it got the coverage we'd all be very proud of. In terms of your long-term SEO strategy, it wasn't as successful as I think it could have been. If this was a different topic that driven relevant keywords to an online casino that made sense for the brand, then yes. If this was a different client that had this reactive PR idea that was more relevant, then yes. But it did have its shortfalls in this element. So with that in mind, let's apply it to another example. So this was for a North client. So the team worked on Plank Hardware, who are a company that they sell handles and upcycle furniture, and they're targeted at sort of the younger generation who are trying to make their house as colourful and quirky as possible. So what they did is they saw a TikTok trend that was upcoming that was related to the Irish singer Enya, who, I won't lie, I have absolutely no idea who that is. I think I'm a bit young for that one. And it was all about this moody aesthetic. And basically, everyone was trying to discuss how she was making a comeback and how that could be portrayed in your home. So what the team did is they reacted to this TikTok data, they analysed it, and they used their interior experts in-house to add comments on how people can make their homes embody this Enya aesthetic on a budget, basically. So it got really great titles, really great links, exactly the same as the last one, but let's apply the 3 again. So was it relevant to the target audience? So in this case, yes. It was a TikTok trend, which was the social media platform that their target audience spent most of the time on, so it was relevant and they had the data to back it up. Is it a topic the brand has authority to discuss? Yes, this is the bread and butter of what Plank Hardware has the authority to discuss. It was interior trends, it was aesthetics, it was a trend. And is it an original angle? I would say this is the most difficult one that you can say yes to when you're jumping onto the back of a TikTok trend. If you haven't got there quick enough, there's a good chance there's no creative stone left unturned and that you'll just be echoing what's already out there. But luckily, this time, the team got there quick enough and they were able to analyze this data and sort of spearhead the trend and add something more valuable because they added their expert comment as well. So they were able to make it an original angle. So compared to the last one, this was not only a really great PRable idea, but it was super relevant to the audience, the brand. It was really interesting and it got the coverage, but beyond that coverage and those, I guess, more traditional vanity metrics, it also got the team ranking for keywords such as hardware, which is super relevant and high volume. It got them an increase in their organic traffic. It got them referral traffic from the sites that it got. And long term, it complemented the digital PR strategy that was in place with their main campaign. And ultimately, when reporting came around, we were able to see the long-term effects of that as well. So hopefully you can see here, there is a very fine line between a really great PR idea and just getting excited about having this topic and wanting to join the conversation, and actually making sure that you're thinking long-term and thinking of that bigger picture to make sure that everything that you're doing is driven by organic performance. What I would say is keep relevancy at the heart of everything you do. If you can't make the link and if it doesn't make sense to you, it won't make sense to your reader, it won't make sense to your user, and it certainly won't make sense to Google, and it could actually be a detriment to your overarching strategy. So I would just say, if it doesn't make sense, just don't do it as much as you're excited about joining that conversation. And that's it for today. Thank you.